To be honest with you, it just seems to me like Kodak Black saw what Tekashi was doing, how Tekashi got himself locked up, how Tekashi got himself in an effed up situation, and he looked at his homie and said, hold my beer. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently it does not look good for Kodak Black, although it might look good for his ops if we are to believe this story. Okay, so let me get right into it. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna apologize for everybody that like me to just get to the meat and potatoes and don't want to know why we're there now, because this is gonna take a second. Okay, now check this out. For everybody that don't know, when Kodak Black was arrested at the Rolling Loud when Kodak Black was arrested at the Rolling Loud festival, for everybody that don't know, he was actually steered to the area by security or police or whatever the case was, where he was then arrested. It's like he was coming into the area. Police then spoke with him and told him, allegedly, because this is something that I had heard previously, he was about to be accosted, he was about to be arrested, and they steered him to the area where they was gonna then check out or whatever the case was, because he was being arrested. What Kodak Black was actually being picked up for, which people didn't really pay attention to, was the fact that he had those found out that incorrect paperwork for the three firearms, pardon me. Well, it was actually for more than 3 firearms, but 3 of those firearms were actually delivered to him. One of them was the Mini Draco. Now check this out, this is the thing. That means that they were already on Kodak Black. That before the Rolling Loud concert even happened, they were going to pick up Kodak Black. They just decided to do it at the Rolling Loud festivals. Okay, now check this out. Federal prosecutors are now laying out an overwhelming case connecting Kodak Black to a shooting earlier this year. You got it. Earlier this year, there was a shooting, and the federal prosecutors are saying that Kodak Black is linked to it. Prosecutors are saying, but before I go any further, I just want to also add that his attorney doesn't think that this has any validity to it. His attorney doesn't think that anything is going to come of it. Just so we can be clear of this, they think, and these are the actual words from that TMZ is reporting, the attorney says, feds all bark, no bite. Anyway, prosecutors are saying that Kodak bought 3 weapons and more than 100 rounds of ammo back in February from Lou's police distributors. Now, this is important that they could actually name the place where the weapons were distributed from, because basically they're saying, yeah, we could trace these weapons. We can trace the ammunition. We know where he got these things from. Do you get it? Anyway, the federal firearms license in Hialeah, I don't know, Hialeah, Florida, that purchase, prosecutors allege, was facilitated by Kodak after Kodak Black lied on a January gun application. Now, that's when he picked up the Mini Draco, the SIG MPXK 9mm pistol, and the SIG P238 38 caliber pistol. On March 7th, prosecutors are saying that there's a car that Kodak Black had rented. It was a Porsche Panamera. I don't know how to pronounce any of these foreign words. Anyway, so Kodak Black rented a Porsche and then drove it to Golden Acres. For everybody that don't know, that's in Pompeo Beach where he grew up at. And when he drove the vehicle there, he was, he started shooting at a house. So now what they're alleging is that he was the target, actually was a rival rapper. Now, when I say he started shooting at the house, I'm not saying he was actually doing the shooting. I'm saying that whoever the police are alleging, the federal government is alleging that whoever was doing the shooting was basically doing it back under the commission of him. Kodak Black, got it? So they were shooting at a house, and the house that they were shooting at was actually filled with kids. And they say that it was now, after Kodak Black's people allegedly showed up and started firing, it was littered with bullets. They say no one was hit. Law enforcement responded to the scene and found several spent cartridges and the MPXK Kodak bought on February. So the actual weapon that Kodak Black bought was found at the scene. Okay, get this, the actual weapon. Now that's why I'm saying when he went to the Rolling Loud Festival, they went there to pick him up, because the weapon that he bought illegally was found at the scene of a crime where they shot up a house that had children in it. Okay, because I know how people like to say I'm reaching, so I guess I'm reaching. Anyway, prosecutors say that the weapon had Kodak's fingerprints and a live round in the chamber that jammed during the shooting. So not only is this a weapon that Kodak Black bought, that they can actually go back, weapons have serial numbers, and they can track from the location that he bought it from, lose police distributors, but also it had his fingerprints and a live round in the chamber that jammed during the shooting. Prosecutors also say that the cops found the Porsche abandoned 14 miles from the scene of the crime, and in addition to all of this, it was heavily damaged. Now, just so we can be clear, that's not even, let's be honest, that is basically the worst of it. It can't get much worse than that, right? I mean, honestly, it can't get much worse than that. But check this out. Prosecutors also found the Porsche abandoned 14 miles and the SUV's GPS. Don't forget now, this is the Porsche that they know for a fact Kodak Black rented. How do you rent a car and then go do it? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'll get to the end. But it sounds like this got to be a setup. There's no way in the world anybody is this stupid. Anyway, the SUV's GPS data was then downloaded, pinpointing the SUV in the Golden Acres neighborhood at the time of the shooting. So, just so we could be clear, a gun that Kodak Black illegally purchased, shot up a house, and then for whatever the reason is, the house that it shot up, well, it shot up a house that had children in it, then for whatever the reason it was dropped at the scene after it, quote unquote, jammed, and a live round was left in the chamber with Kodak Black's fingerprints on it. Now, in addition to that, there was a car that was rented. That car is seen at the location where the shooting was happening, and in addition to that, it was found 14 miles away from the actual shooting, and the GPS puts it at the location of the shooting. In docs, the feds say multiple witnesses saw Kodak at the scene of the shooting. The rapper has not been charged with any crime, and the investigation is continuing. Federal prosecutors want to keep the rapper behind bars and deny him bail on the heels of his arrest at Rolling Loud for allegedly lying on 2 gun applications. See, this is what the federal government do, all right? They not coming to get you and they don't got you. They coming to get you when they got you. This evidence that if this is true, and this is really evidence that they have against Kodak Black, this is a lot of evidence. 1, they have where he bought the gun. 2, he lied on the gun on the application for the gun. Even if all the other things is not true, even if every single thing else is a lie, even if they can prove that Kodak Black was set up for everything after this point right here, he did that twice. That's 10 years per charge. I don't know if they're gonna run concurrently or whatever. So let's say it's 10 years altogether. Let's say the 2 charges, the 2 years of 10 years is run whatever. That's 10 years at minimum. Besides that, the weapon in which he purchased, they have rounds from the weapon shot up a house. They know it's from that weapon. Then on top of that, the reason why they know it's from the weapon, because the weapon was dropped at the scene. Then on top of that, the weapon had Kodak Black's fingerprints on it. Then on top of that, Kodak Black allegedly rented a car, which was the car that was used in the shooting. Then on top of that, that car, which was used in the shooting, allegedly used in the shooting, that Kodak Black had allegedly rented. No, matter of fact, it's a fact that he rented the car. This isn't even an allegation at this point. That car was found 14 miles away from the spot of the shooting, and the GPS was tracked, and they can prove that that car was actually at the time at the place of the shooting. This is a lot of evidence. I don't know how Kodak Black's lawyer could possibly say the feds are bark with no bite. That sounds like he's antagonizing him to give Kodak Black as much time as they could possibly get a hold of. I don't understand this. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comment section. Is this a lot of evidence? I mean, even with if they can fight all of this stuff, they can't fight the fact that he went and lied on a federal application for a gun. They can't fight. That he did that they can't fight. All these other things, I don't know what to tell you. But what do y'all guys think? Leave it down in the comment section. Do y'all really think they just trying to put him in the penitentiary? Or do you think that he's trying to put himself there? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.